Okay, so coronavirus is an absolute fuck crease, fam. Basically, yeah. If you just believe the mainstream narrative, right, and you don't do any independent research, and you literally just go on what you've been told on the TV, radio, newspaper, then fam, you've already lost. Because how can you just limit your information sources, yeah, from one side, fam? Like, you got to understand that these big media corporations, yeah, they are the beast. Like, they're all influenced by money and shareholders and stakeholders, yeah, and they only want to push one side of an agenda, one side of a story, yeah, to influence the masses and to keep everybody under control and in a state of fear. It's all about keeping people in a state of fear. If you're in a state of fear, yeah, then you can't do anything. Trust me, like big man thing, you cannot do anything. If you live in fear, yeah, then there's no way you've done your thing, fam. I swear. So by keeping everybody, yeah, well, I say everybody, it's not everybody actually, but by keeping the masses, yeah, in a state of fear, it's very easy for them, e.g. the government and these media corporations, to control you. And the more they continue this and carry on milking it, and people go along with the fuckeries, basically, then the more they're going to continue to take the piss out of us. Like, you got to do your own research. Like, I don't understand, like, how people can live, yeah, in this day and age, right, and still actually believe, yeah, everything they hear on the news, still actually believe everything they read in a newspaper. Like, do they not know by now? Like, have you not been alive for, like, the past 20 years? Have you not been alive for, like, the past, I don't know, like, have you, like, literally, like, have you not been alive? Like, what have you been doing? Like, do you not pay attention to anything? Like, if anyone with a basic brain, yeah, and common sense has been paying attention their whole life, yeah, then you can clearly see that the media is bullshit and not every story is true or the exact truth, or it's one-sided. Like, you have to really delve into things and look at things deeper. But a lot of people, they have a well, it's called cognitive dissonance, but they have like a perception lock, like, on their head or in their minds, yeah. And once you present them with a new truth or something that challenges their truth, yeah, they find it hard to accept, or they will just be reluctant to look into it because they don't want to change their reality, or it's too much for them, and they'll make an excuse just to stay dumbed down and small-minded. But the thing is, yeah, the truth's out there. The truth's out there for everyone. So if you want to find the truth, you can do that. You just got to do the research, put the time in. Start by watching the Plandemic video in my bio, and yeah, like, educate yourself and, like, stop acquiescing, man. The more people keep going out to the shop in their masks, keep walking around in their masks, keep saying yes to this, no to that, doing these fucking test and trace shit, the longer it's going to continue. Like, we have the power. We are the sovereign beings, yeah? Stand up, say no, step into your power. Like, what are you afraid of? Yo, I never wear a mask. I've never wore a mask, yeah? Like, I get on the bus, I don't wear a mask. Go shopping, I don't wear a mask. Like, I never wear a mask, yeah? And you're like, maybe one or two times someone on the bus saying, yeah, why are you not wearing a mask? Something like, no, other people, yeah? And, like, whatever, I just look at them and don't say anything. Like, or just tell them to shut up. Like, no one's going to do anything to you. Like, you got to understand, yeah, like, a lot of you live in fear. But trust me, you're your own person. Like, a lot of you, like, are big people, fam, big men, like, big women, yeah, fully grown and thing. Fam, no one's going to do anything to you. Like, no one's going to touch you, no one's going to harass you, no one's going to handcuff you, no one's going to fucking spray sanitizer in your face. Like, no one's going to do nothing, yeah? If you stand in your power and your own sovereignty and say no. That's all it takes. Just say no. Just the simple words, no. Are you wearing a mask? Have you got a mask? No, I'm not wearing one. Have you got test and trace app? Download? No, I'm not downloading it. I've got an internet. Like, flash them the screenshot of being exempt to wear a mask. Like, just start saying no. Like, we've got to take the power back. If you're going to work here, right, and you're enforcing this foot crease, really stop and think and like, really deep what you're doing. Like, you're making people wear a mask. You're enforcing the rules, yeah? Like, you've got to think, yo, like, what am I actually enforcing? Like, am I a part of this? Do I want to enforce fuckeries on other people? Or do I know it's bullshit? And am I going to say it's bullshit and I'm going to speak my truth? That's the thing. Like, most people, yeah, like, they might know it's bullshit. Or they might be like, oh, I've got an inkling that it's not all that, or some things don't add up, yeah. And they still go along with it. Like, they still go along, yeah, with these same things. They still go along with wearing a mask, or they might think it's bullshit, yeah. And then at their job, yeah, they're telling other people, telling customers, put a mask on. You're not allowed in without a mask. Like, no, like, that has to stop. That has to stop. So, look, we as the people have the power, but the only way, yeah, for this to end is if it's for the people to actually step into the power. And unless that happens, yeah, then they're gonna keep imposing lockdown after lockdown after lockdown after lockdown, because they know, yeah, that no one has the fucking balls or the guts, yeah, to stand up to it, and they'll just accept whatever we get given. Because this country's very passive, fam. Just bare passive people. I just want to sit down, watch TV, believe everything they've been told, and go along with it. That's crazy, fam. Like, look at the way you was living before the start of this year, right, and then look at things now. Like, it's a complete difference. And the reason why they've done this now, yeah, is because they know that we are ascending onto a 5D timeline. We're in a new age, we're in the age of Aquarius, yeah, and they know that many people are awakening, have begun to awaken, or are already woke. And because of that, yeah, they know that once people step into their sovereignty and their full power, that they will start to lose control. So by running this pandemic exercise now, yeah, it just lowers the vibration of the collective consciousness, and it helps keep people in a fair state, giving them the power which they want and which they desperately need right now. However, yeah, they've lost this battle, and like Babylon War 4, because the truth is out there, and once enough people know, and, you know, really know, and begin to wake up, things will change. And you can't stop that. Like, you can't stop people awakening. Like, you can't stop people stepping into their power. Like, we're unstoppable, unlimited, sovereign beings. Like, I'm an infinite being. I'm an infinite being. Like, nobody can tell me how to live. Nobody can tell me what I can and cannot do. Like, I'm an infinite being. If you look at Clade X, yeah, they did a pandemic exercise, event 201, right, before all of this, just to like take the piss a bit further. So they've already done a pandemic exercise, yeah, to say, look, we're going to roll this out, and then a couple of months later they've actually done the thing that they were planning to do in their little exercise. Like, how gullible and stupid must you have to be to like not see through this? Like, it's all Bill Gates, Fauci. Like, Ted Ross was part of an Ethiopian political party that was involved in terrorism and killing people and just general fuckeries, yeah. Ted Ross, yeah, does not even have a medical degree. He's not even a medical professor. The leader of the World Health Organization, yeah, is not even a medical professional. And you're like scared or listening to what he says like he's got some fucking valid opinion. That is crazy. It's all for Bill Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's all for money. They're making money from these vaccines. They're making money from this lie. And then with that money, they're going to put it into more projects that are going to fuck you and fuck society. And that's how this continues, and it goes round and round and round until finally the people say no and they finally stop. So educate yourself, do the research, stop acquiescing.